So everyone's freaking out about LLM optimization, GEO, AEO, or whatever crazy acronyms they're coming up with these days. But I'm here to tell you, this is what worked for our client. We were able to help them scale their ChatGPT revenue from 1.9K to 11.7K in 3 months. And we didn't use any crazy or secrets or tactics. We just used fundamental SEO, which I'm going to outline, in this video. So if you're interested in that, I hope you can watch this video from start to finish, because if you can't watch a video about SEO from start to finish, then SEO is probably not for you, because SEO does require some patience. So let's get to the video. As you can see here, in just 3 months, we started working with this brand in April of 2025, this year. And in just 3 months, we helped them scale from 1.9K to 11.7K in just ChatGPT traffic, as you can see here, right? And, this is what we did, right? We didn't really do anything special. You can forget the acronyms GEO, AEO, LLMO. It's all just rebranded SEO. Like the same tactics that help you rank on Google now help you get cited in ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever AI platform people are using these days. The game hasn't really changed. Good SEO is good AI SEO. And I'm going to show you that in this video. Okay, so starting with the brand. Okay, so we were working with a strong ecom brand with great products, but they barely had any visibility on both traditional search and AI search. As you can see, our starting point with AI was, before they started working with us, they had 640 sessions a month and just 1.9K in revenue. And they had a similar situation on search, but less so. On search, they had a lot of branded search volume, right? So they do pretty well from search, traditional search, but a lot of it, a strong majority of it, is branded search volume, which is a good thing, because that actually helps with both traditional search and AI search. The fact that they have a strong brand, right? But, when it came to this campaign, we didn't even really think about optimizing specifically for LLMs. We just focused on good SEO. And this is basically how we did it. So the first thing we always do is a technical audit. I'm going to show you that it's a fundamental SEO and how that kind of helps with AI SEO as well. So the first thing we always do is the technical SEO audit. We clean the index. We remove pages with no SEO value. That's thin, duplicate content. Basically, if there's no, if there's no target keyword, then it doesn't really satisfy any, it doesn't really have any SEO value. So we want to remove those pages from the index, because number one, they waste the search engine's crawl budget. They waste the search engine's resource. And the same thing with these LLMs. We don't want to waste ChatGPT's crawl budget, because we all know ChatGPT doesn't really make much money right now. And they don't really want to waste resources crawling pages with no value, right? It's the same thing with traditional search and AI search. Another thing was, we cleaned the internal links, we optimized the internal linking, and made the site just more crawlable, right? We made sure the crawl depth was less than 3. Crawl depth meaning how many clicks it takes to get to a page from the homepage. We made sure that for every single page on the site, we can get to that page with less than 3 clicks from the homepage. It just makes it easier for both, again, traditional search engines and AI search to basically crawl and find the content on your website, which is super key, right? Because AI actually crawls your website, and if it has a hard time finding the content it needs to find, then it's just not going to cite your content. It's just not going to use your content, right? Another thing is implementing schema markup and structured data. That's pretty obvious or pretty straightforward. Like schema markup and structured data make it easier for both traditional search engines and AI search, or LLMs, understand the content on your website. And the last thing that a lot of people seem to overlook sometimes is no JavaScript, HTML only. And the reason for this is simple. Both traditional search, more so AI crawlers, have a hard time crawling JavaScript. So stick to HTML. Okay, after the technical setup or technical optimization or audit, we moved on to optimizing content for LLM clarity. And as you can see here, these are all just good SEO fundamentals as well, like using clear headings and bullet points, using natural language and Q&A format, using lists, tables, etc., not just paragraphs. Here's something that's most people seem to overlook is adding brand context into sentences. Like instead of saying our company, we, I, things like this, you can say the company name, because one thing that's a little bit different from traditional search and AI search is that AI search actually trusts brands more. So if your brand is mentioned a lot, not just on your website, but around the internet, your brand does actually get prioritized when it comes to citations on ChatGPT and these other LLMs, right? That goes to other EEAT signals: expertise, experience, authority, and trust signals, real author bios, credentials, links to trusted sources. I think specifically when it comes to AI search and LLMs, they prioritize really finding, trusted sources, trusted brands, because I think you don't want AI, or AI doesn't want to provide information that is not accurate. It's like probably the one thing it prioritizes over everything else, that the information it gives you is accurate. And I think making sure that the sources that it takes this information from, whether they're brands or just websites, etc., need to be trustworthy, right? So that's why it's super key to, you know, have a trusted brand, become a trusted source. And that's why, like, I think we were able to get results so quickly for this brand, because this brand is a strong ecom brand with great products, right? They do have strong branded search volume, which helps a lot. I think that's why we were able to get results so quickly, because of the fact that the brand is quite strong and is quite popular, right? Yeah, as you can see here, again, optimize content for LLM clarity, make it easy for not just traditional search engines, but these AI crawlers to understand the content on your website. Okay. Next, topical authority equals AI authority. If you're into SEO at all, you know what topical authority is. The goal is basically to show expertise or authority in your industry by answering pretty much every question there is about your, products. If you're an ecom brand, I'm going to talk about ecom brands here because we do ecom SEO. About your, your product categories. You want to answer all those questions. And the idea here is that you want your brand to be the number one source for information on that specific product category, right? Like that's in your industry, right? You don't want your customers to go to another source, another brand to get their questions answered. You want to answer all those questions on your website. So what we did specifically for this campaign is we doubled down on the best performing categories and products. The idea is that if they perform well on traditional search, they should perform well on AI search as well. And we built supporting blog content around those best performing categories or products, and to basically build topical authority. And another thing that a lot of people seem to overlook is that topical authority isn't just topical coverage, right? Like you can publish 1,000 low quality pieces of content around a specific topic on your website, but if it's low quality and it doesn't rank well because it's low quality, then it's not topical authority. Topical authority is both coverage and depth in the quality of the content, right? So if the content quality is low, then you're not getting topical authority. You're just bloating your website unnecessarily, right? So we deleted any unrelated blog posts or any, posts that we deemed were again thin. Like same with the technical help, thin duplicate content. We removed all those because we didn't want to waste the resources of these LLMs or search engines. Same, right? So yeah, moving on. Next is backlinks. So when it comes to backlinks, it's the same thing with traditional search. Link quality plus relevance over link count. The same thing with AI searches. It works the same way. Quality and relevance is key. What we did for this campaign is we got over 8 relevant backlinks every month. We focused on links from real websites in the same or similar niche. And, this is just my best guess in terms of AI. Homepage links probably move the needle more in terms of AI search because, again, AI search trusts brands, but I haven't actually tested this to be sure. This is just my best guess. But yeah, when it comes to backlinks, again, it's the same as traditional search or fundamental SEO, quality over quantity. And you want, quality and relevance. Okay. And again, like, I think one of the last things I want to touch on is that good SEO equals good AI SEO because search feeds AI, right? And when it comes to this campaign, as traditional search rankings improved on March 31, this brand had 601 top 3 rankings. In June 30, it had 770 top 3 rankings. So as traditional search rankings improved, so did ChatGPT citations. ChatGPT revenue grew from 1.9K to 11.7K per month in June, right? And I think a good reason for this is because many LLMs pull from Bing and Google. So as your traditional search results improve, so does your AI search results. And as long as you're doing the right things in terms of, SEO, whether it's technical SEO, content, or backlinks, your AI SEO performance should improve as well. Better rankings equals more AI reach. Okay. And yeah, that's how we got this result between March, we started in April, and the end of June. ChatGPT revenue grew from 1.9K in March to nearly 12K in June. But I also want to make it clear that this is still early. Like, there's still not much search volume on these LLMs. And I'm not sure whether search trends will lead to actually people using LLMs more or not. But the key thing here is that you want to be prepared for where search might be going, right? If, right now, a strong majority of people are still using traditional search engines like Google. But in the future, if they start using LLMs like ChatGPT more, you want your brand to be positioned to benefit from that. And that's basically what we're doing for this client of ours. This client is now positioned as AI-driven search evolves, that if people do switch to using ChatGPT more to search, they will benefit from that, as you can see here, right? This is like a over 6x increase in revenue from just doing fundamental SEO. Okay. And if you're a 7-8 figure ecom brand owner and you want us to do this for you as well, feel free to book a free SEO audit. I'll leave a link in the description. If you book a free SEO audit, there's no obligation to work with us. So at the very least, you end up with a free SEO consultation and SEO action plan that you guys can implement on your own. But yeah, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening. Cheers.